Yeah, what do you want?
Hey guys, welcome to the show. In this episode, we're talking about a movie that's terrible, but not as bad as everybody makes out.
Here we go again.
So, do you remember the movie that came out in 1985 called Teen Wolf that starred Michael J. Fox?
Hello.
Hi.
You know, the one where there's a high school kid that's a nobody until he turns into a werewolf and then becomes great at sport. Basketball to be exact. He's delighted. Dickie's wee chuff shuffle. Anyway, there was a sequel that came out in 1987 called Teen Wolf 2, spelled T-O-O, as in Teen Wolf as well. Oh, you clever little bastard! It was directed by a guy I'd never heard of before called Christopher Leach, who also directed a few Beauty and the Beast episodes back when it was debatable as to who was more terrifying, the Beast or the guy under the makeup. By the way, no offence whatsoever to Ron Perlman by that last statement.
No!
The guy's a legend. Anyway, one of the many problems with this sequel was that it only had a few characters from the first movie, and they recast half of them as well.
Scotty? Stop, it's me.
To make matters worse, the plot and story structure were exactly the same as the first movie. And I mean exactly the same. That aside, I liked Teen Wolf 2 back when I originally watched it, and I still do. It's not 100% terrible, but it really does help if you just imagine that the first movie doesn't exist. So, the movie starts with Todd Howard, played by Jason Bateman, being dropped off at college by his uncle Harold.
Mr. H?
That's Michael J. Fox's dad from the first movie. Anyway, Todd, like his parents, has never turned into a werewolf, so he's quite hopeful that the family curse has skipped him.
It's true that sometimes it skips family members.
But since he's in a movie called Teen Wolf 2...
Oh my god.
Moving on, the dean of the school, played by Gomez Adams, wants to win some college boxing championship and sees Todd as his wild card. Pun intended.
His cousin Scott played basketball for me down at Beacontown High.
So, one of the main characters from the first movie, Styles, is one of the characters that was recast for this movie, and I just don't like this guy as Styles.
Love college. I love it.
He's just not cool enough. Todd, of course, is going to have his head turned by the superficial ladies of the college, who are only interested in him while he's on top as the wolf. Absolutely no pun intended there whatsoever. But as per the first movie's rules, which of course apply here, it's going to be the quiet, sweet, wholesome girl that Todd should have stuck with from the beginning.
She's not in there.
And she is sweet. Yes, I have to admit, I always thought that Nikki was awesome in this, and I still do. Overshare. She's played by Estee Chandler, and I've probably butchered that name. I'm sorry. And I can't honestly say whether she's good or bad in this because I'm just distracted by the sweetness.
You'll be okay.
Oh.
You will.
Anyway, other than Teen Wolf 2, she wasn't really in much before or after, but she was a visual effects producer for Team America World Police. So we've got a guy who thinks he's cool, but not cool enough to be Styles, and Nikki, who may or may not be awesome.
Okay.
But what about the main star, Jason Bateman?
Upset? Styles? Me? Upset?
I like him in this. Okay, so he's not a fully fledged Bateman yet,
They're giving you a hard time, aren't they?
and at that point hadn't developed his dry humour and sarcastic wit.
That's right.
But he's still good in this.
She called me a dog. A dog, Styles. Okay.
So let's talk about some of the good and the utter ridiculousness of Teen Wolf 2 in no particular order. So when Todd is kicking ass in the ring, the Dean, or Gomez Adams, allows him certain privileges such as a car with a personalised number plate that reads Wolf 2. Shameless plug for the movie there, absolutely no shame whatsoever.
A man?
From this scene as well, one would assume that by being a werewolf now, Todd is not only able to annihilate opponents in the ring, but also has a free pass to mow down pedestrians with his newfound driving skills. How about an argument leading to this?
There's something you don't see every day.
There's also Todd's jumper, it's a beast. There's this guy that wears sunglasses into the ring. How about the way the referee says box at the start of the match?
Box!
And to finish the good and the bad, this movie has 3 montages. Yes, 3. and 2 of them are back to back. His werewolfiness is so awesome in this movie that he even sings for us too. It's just so amazing to watch and take in that it passes by being shit, goes full circle and becomes awesome again. So let's wrap this bad boy up. Teen Wolf 2 is not a great movie. We know this. But for me, it's not as harmful to the senses as people would have you believe.
You want to stop the fight?
Yes, it's even sillier than the first one. Yes, it's pretty much the same movie as the first one. But it's worth checking out because when you throw all the above madness together, you get, good or bad, something special. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys. Take care. And remember,
Chinese girls do not come with green eyes.
of course. So, do you remember the movie that came out in 1985 called Michael J. Fox? Car? Michael J. Car? Michael Fox Car? Michael Far? Car J. Fox? Michael Car Fox? Michael Carfax Abbey?
Would you care for an old Dr. Theod or canapé?
No, thank you, Mr. Renfield.